Game 2 of the Season 23 quarterfinals set to kick off here at Estadio Matt Wilson in the heart of Mexico and Mexico City, as the Aztecs are facing a team that they have not seen since Season 20, but have a very strong record over in the Carolina Skyhawks. The Skyhawks organization, a darling run in Season 23, backed up by their strong running game. They find themselves here with a road playoff game after knocking off the Albuquerque Adams just a week ago. Alongside me to unpack this one on stats tonight is Ron Haynes and Michaela Forica, and alongside me in the commentary booth tonight is my favourite analyst and co-coach at the Charleston Predators, none other than Anthony Ellison. Ant, what's going on and what are the keys to the matchup tonight that you've picked up?
Jacob, I really appreciate calling this game with you. This is what is going to be focused. First of all, this is the playoff game. You leave everything on the line. Carolina needs to keep the ball on the ground, running in game. You want to keep Mexico City's defense on the field because that's less time that their offense is on the field. So that's the David and Goliath. You want to set up high percentage passes for Matt South. Mexico City, number one in the league in interceptions. They're going to be looking for turnovers.
It's the end of a 3-season playoff drought for Mexico City, a 2-season playoff drought for Carolina at that, and the Skyhawks will have opening honors here, return up past the 25 to the 28. That's where this Skyhawks offense will take over for head coach and offensive coordinator Harish Prasad, quarterback Matt South, the backs Riley Quintero, Harish Prasad, and Hattori Hanzo, the receivers Chase Earl, Chris Curtis, Christian Bacigalupi, Vince DeSantis is the low tight end, Kate Palmer, Ricky Rigatoni, and Chris Cross make up the three-way contract offensive line. Matt South's going to start an empty back set. This team has flourished on the ground, but they're going to go to the air early on. South rolls out off the top, and it's going to be caught for a straight first down. Early completion finds the wideout in Chris Curtis for his first catch of the game, and that's exactly how Carolina wanted this one to start.
Really nice plays in that. That was a in route, and then you cut up the field for Curtis right there. That's a great start. You caught them off guard because they're looking for the run, and you throw just a nice high percentage pass over the middle.
Curtis comfortably leads this team in receiving yardage this season. The delayed handoff goes up the middle to Riley Quintero for a pickup of 5, and that's where they've made their success on the ground this season. Quintero is second in the league in carries and number 1 in the league in touchdowns. He's got 14, which is a really good record for a player that formerly played at wide receiver, transitioning into a running back spot, as his second tailback here in Harish Prasad will get the carry. That's to the right-hand side, picks up a couple more. Stopped there by Yolaya, and they're going to be short by a couple on third down.
And what Carolina they're going to run behind is Ricky Rigatoni and Chris Cross, your two offensive guards there. They're run blockers. They love to get down the field to the second level, so keep an eye on those two guards right in the middle.
They're going to load up the tight ends here on the far side. Quintero got the carry, nothing doing. Dumped at the line of scrimmage there. Jeffrey Daggs gets one up on the elite tailback, and Carolina will be forced to punt after only one first down conversion.
A good job by the outside linebacker over there on that side for Mexico City, containing the block and keeping them outside, forcing the running back to run into them or cut inside when you have more defenders there. Good job on Mexico City to get them off the field.
The Aztecs are going to rely on their two Hall of Famers on defense there. Max Jackson, the other of the two. But Jeffrey Daggs gets an early third down stop, and the Aztecs are going to get field position here, but slightly unfavorable. They're going to be inside their own 15 to begin things here for quarterback Jordan Sipe. And this offense coached by Mike Daggs. Single back off to the left. Hall of Famer Ray Bentley, one of 3 on this roster. He gets the handoff up the middle, picks up 6 yards there, and that's the start that they wanted here on the ground. These two teams, Anthony, they run the ball quite a lot.
Yeah, and they run it behind Ray Bentley. You want to get the Hall of Famer going as much as possible. 4th in the league in carries, and you're going to see it. The more carries, the stronger he gets in the game.
Jacob Morrison, the bigger body of the two, he spins this outside and gets a first down. So this 1-2 punch has been one of the more impressive in Season 23. Back-to-back carries for those two backs. And it gets them on the move here past that 20-yard marker. And Mexico City get a bit of breathing space here. Jordan Sipes going to be in an empty back set. Short drop back, no pressure. Thrown outside, Bill Henry's got a catch. That's a 2-yard pickup. And the rest of this offense consists of, as mentioned, Sipe, Morrison, and Bentley, with Buford Van Dam, the fullback, the 3 receivers, Jason Bartley, Honus Adobe, and Noe Taratzis. Bill Henry and Devontae Richardson are the 2 tight ends. The offensive line after this play, 3 wide, plus a running back in Bentley. He's moved in motion. Another drop back from Sipe. Short throw. Henry's got back-to-back, and he's going to push his way up to halfway. Got the leg drive going on 2 Carolina defenders. And Mexico City's firmly on the move.
And let's talk about it. Back-to-back plays, empty backfield. They're spreading it out. So that means that you got to have a lot of defensive backs or have trust in your linebackers to cover all those receivers out there. I like those play calls right there because you're going to test out and see what the defense can do. Now you go back to more of a running formation. The last time they did this, they did a pull to the outside of the guard, and they went to the left side for the run.
See if the play is replicated here. Henry moved across in motion. He's the hot hand at the moment. It will be a handoff as called to the short side. That's going to pick up 4 yards for Ray Bentley on his 2nd carry of the game. Sit Lamina Ocelotto over Yanda and Slautani Soprino, I should say, the 3 contract offensive linemen for this Mexico City offense. And now with an offset eye, Van Dam off to the right, Morrison in the backfield. Toss play again to Morrison on the outside. He's broken 1 tackle. Could he get through a 2nd? He does so, and he runs it out of bounds. A great pursuit from Carolina's defense, but Jacob Morrison, again, proving to be very difficult to contain.
4.1 yards per carry this season, which is really good for not that many touches, only 90 carries right there. And you see why. You cannot tackle him above the waist right there. Arm tackles are not going to work. It's going to move you down. Great run right there for a first down.
And Mike Daggs mentioned in the pregame that Morrison could easily be a running back 1, but he's stuck behind this 16-season Hall of Famer here in Ray Bentley, who gets another 4-yard carry. So he's averaging a flat 4 yards each time on 3 carries thus far. And they'll keep it moving downfield. This has been a very respectable drive, one that Sipe hasn't had to take much into his own hands. Handoff. Morrison got away from the traffic and has gotten a few extra yards that he probably shouldn't have gotten in the first place. Carolina, though, with an opportunity to get a stop here on 3rd down.
And Jacob, I want you to look at these formations right here. So that's a heavy run formation, but you got 2 wide receivers. So you have to be honest on that, which makes the box lighter for the defense. It's easier to run with.
Plenty of work around with the substitutions at the moment. Great throw and a catch. Made inside the goal line by Noe Taratzis. How did Sipe throw that?
I have no idea. But the thing is, for Carolina, if you want to gain control of this team, you got to get that interception right there. You missed it. It was an absolute dot of a throw by Jordan Sipe right there for a first down. What a way to stay control and keep your eye on the ball the whole entire time.
I don't even know if there was a window, but it somehow made its way through. Sipe's got an open man in the flats. Henry stopped at the goal line just. What an effort from Carolina's secondary to make sure he didn't get there. Devontae Richardson was a half-yard shy.
And right now, I think we know where we're going to be going to. We're going to give it to the Hall of Famer right there. You got some extra linemen in there, a tight end. This is a run formation. Just keep your eye going right behind that tackle.
That's exactly what they do. Bentley, the outside, he lost yardage. Got the push there with Shravan Prasad.
So why did that play break up? So they pulled 75, Tatalani. What they did was they shot the gap right where the offensive lineman was pulled and got there before the play can happen. Good job by the defense.
For Carolina get a goal line stand here. Morrison's now still out. Throw, it's caught. Great grab at the ankles. Bill Henry has the opening score of the game.
And what a way to complete the drive right there. So that was there with a nice little tight end out route. I love how the whole team was looking the backfield for a run. They didn't see the tight end sneak up behind. Great job completing that drive right there. And pretty much Mexico City did everything they wanted to on that drive just to get those points.
Danny Stinson just didn't quite get the read, and Bill Henry gets the opening score of the contest, and Jordan Sight completes a very impressive opening drive from this Aztecs offense. 12 plays that leaked 4.5 minutes off the clock.
Yeah, and now for Carolina, like you see in these Mexico City games, the game can get out of hand once they get the score. They can rely on their secondary, that's Hall of Fame Jeffrey Daggs and Max Jackson. Right here for Carolina, you need to come out, you need to run the football, establish your game.
Jaw kicker, there's plenty of room for Bachi Galubi to operate in. He's got this up over halfway, or just shy of it. In fact, stops at the 46, and they pay the price there. Chaz Blackwater kicked that one into the wind, and Bachi Galupi capitalized.
Yeah, broke a tackle, was able to get to the outside right there to get the extra yard. Everything is going to be important for Carolina, special teams, offense, and defense. You got the ball almost at midfield here. You need to capitalize when you get good field position.
They only need 55 yards to get to the stripe at the other end. Matt South completed his opening pass of the game, but wasn't called upon since. It was the run game that got stifled on that last drive. They're going to move Bachi Galupi in motion. And this will be a handoff to the short side. Can Quintero get forward progress? He does. It's 4 yards worth of it. Keeps this drive on the right foot.
And Jacob, let's keep an eye on number 24, Liam Ryan, playing in the slot, the nickel corner. Leads the league, second in the league in 7 interceptions. Going to be moving around all day today.
Be careful, Matt South has had a turnover problem for most of this season. Brassard with a good carry on the outside. That's going to leave him just a yard shy of the first down, so not a difficult one to convert here on third down.
Yep, this is when you just, I'm not throwing the football here. You have a really great running attack. Run behind that stout offensive line right there. Try to get you the first down.
This is where they've really made their bread and butter in season 23. Hanzo with the carry gets the first down. Good play call there from the sideline by Harish Prasad. And Carolina gets their second first down of the game.
Yeah, and you have two stout offensive guards right there. They're both 6'6", 330. They love to drive off the ball and push their defenders back.
Single back off to the far side. That's going to be a carry up the middle. Only gets a yard there on that occasion. Stops right away by the veteran John Fowler.
And I know we talk about the offensive line for Carolina, but the defensive line for Mexico City is nothing to look over there. They have good penetration. They get to the ball really quick.
Back to an empty back set. South's been good early. Drops back. He's got some pressure around him, but finds the open man in Chase Earl. And that's going to be about a 13-yard pickup and a first down.
And when we see Matt South feel comfortable is when he moves in the pocket. Right there, instead of panicking and try to run for it, just step back a little bit, climb up in the pocket, but stay in the pocket. Your offensive line did a great job blocking and find that receiver down the field.
He does definitely feel more comfortable. He's able to generate plays by himself. Bunch formation now off to the right. South's going to drop back again. Pressure, non-existent. He can run, and South's going to pick up a first down. It's been a risky play for Carolina this season. He's had 2 fumbles on the campaign, but gets the job done there with the slide and gets a first down.
And the offensive line did their job with the 4-man rush right there, and Matt South saw that there was nobody in the middle. That linebacker went towards the halfback that was out there on the swing pass, but the middle was wide open. Good job by the veteran to see the opening and get the first down.
It's a good drive from Carolina. The delayed handoff got Quintero in some space, and he picks up 6 yards. That's his best carry of the afternoon and keeps them going in the right direction here. So a really good response here from Carolina on this possession. Second down and short. Opens the playbook up a bit. They're going to go back to one of these goal line eye sets, though, with Prasad behind Hanzo. They have gone to the fullback before on this drive, but it will be a carry for Harish Prasad. Little spin move to the outside, got the leg drive, and he's inside goal to go territory.
And, you know, Jacob, I'm not a defensive person, but I love defense there. When you got a running team, you need to send blitzes. You need to send players into those A, B, C, and D gaps right there to fill up the hole and make the running back bounce outside. If you just do a base defense, this running attack is going to have a great day.
South spreads the offense out here. Quintero, a double spin move. He was just wrapped up by the ankles from a tackle from Jeffrey Daggs that saved what could have been a touchdown. That ends a quarter here at Estadio Matt Wilson in the capital of Mexico. Mexico City leads at 7 points to nothing, but Carolina now in goal-to-go territory. Good start to this one here. Carolina's offense is settled here on this second possession, and they're 2.5 yards away from scoring their opening touchdown of the game in reply to the Bill Henry score on the previous drive. Goal line eye. Quintero behind Hanzo. It'll be handoff to Riley Quintero, who's got open room. Fowler couldn't catch him, and RQ has a score on the board as Mexico City is replied to.
And that's the way to reply. You run it down their throat right there. There's nothing special about these plays. This is a power O. You got the offensive lineman to the right side pulling over, the fullback leading up. So all the running back has to do is just, where's that block at? If the block is going to be on the outside, I'm going to cut back in, and vice versa. That's smash mouth football. That's how you tire out a defense, and that's how you chew clock.
It's back-to-back outstanding drives from both offenses. Mexico City spanned 12 plays. That one from Carolina spanned 10 plays and got a push-off because of that, as you mentioned earlier, that good field position that Christian Bacigalupi generated. It was less room for that offense to have to travel through. And Carolina gets their opening score on the board, and we're knotted up at 7 apiece after one quarter. Return again, so we see that there's a wind play here. Jacob Morrison spins this to the outside. You know what he can do on these returns. And he gets this up to the 38. It's not quite the room that Bacigalupi could generate, but it's another good starting field position when the kickers are kicking in this direction.
Yeah, and you saw the drive before. They had a good return. They got up to like the 47-yard line, and they capitalized on it. So special teams plays an important part.
See, the stats there basically identical in terms of total yardage thus far. Mexico City have had the ball less, which explains the average yards per play. Single back and off to the outside. Bentley got some space to run into, and he's picked up 7 yards. That's his best carry of the afternoon so far. This Carolina defense for defensive coordinator Mojo McLean. LJ Hobbs, Christopher Cologne, May Carter, and Phil Hall make up the front 7 with Danny Stinson, Mojo McLean, and Trevon Prasad at the linebacking call. We'll get to the rest of that defense after this second down and short. Carry up the middle by Morrison. He got caught behind a blocker there, and there to capitalize on it was Danny Stinson, the secondary Tristan Hatley, TD Jack Davidson, Joseph Skippy Curtis, Mike Ryan, and Amari Eaglin make up the secondary. Can they go for it again here, Mexico City? Bentley's back in the backfield. Buford Van Dam's offset to the short side. It's a carry for Bentley. Got the first down, and then is eventually nailed by Mike Ryan, but he's got the first down.
And Jacob, I wanted to talk about this on the last drive. The way they run the football is not like Carolina. They will run in a 3 wide receiver set with no problem, and then the next play bring in 2 tight ends. So they vary it up. That keeps the defense honest. You cannot overload the box if you got 3 wide receivers. So right now, this is a smaller box. It's easy to run in.
Adobe offset. They're going to do exactly as you implied, and Morrison runs away from it. Felt like there was an opportunity elsewhere on the field there, but there to make the play was Skippy Curtis. No room to run into.
Yeah, that time, good job by the linebackers to fill the gaps and stop them before they can do anything. But right now, Jacob, another 4 wide receiver set, but they can still run the football.
This time, Sype will roll out. Got a great block from his tailback, and he's found Adobe in between the hash marks for a first down.
And you've been seeing it in the league a lot more. It's the rollout, and then you just have somebody there. Good job by the running back to chip that defensive end. Gave it enough time. They ran a high-low type of route. They had a low receiver and a high one. They just picked to see where the defense is going, and they passed it to the other one. I do like that pass combination.
Always seems to be a favorite style of passing offense when you've got 2 receivers running cross patterns, and That time connects with the high route in Adobe for a first down. Bentley's got work to do to get back to the line of scrimmage, and they're going to say he did. Only just as Carolina brought the pressure on the edge there. Danny Stinson on the tackle.
And Jacob, the reason why we like those double crossing routes is it's kind of hard to defend both of them. So if you spread them out 5 to 7 yards apart, you got to pick one, and it gives the quarterback a good option. 2 reads.
Drop back from sight, throws it to the flats. It's Morrison, got hit and spun out of it. Great play there. Eagle had to wrap him up after, what's a, unfortunately, only 3-yard gain there called. And they'll have to go for this here from 3rd down and fairly long. Carolina an opportunity to get a stop here. 4 wide. Sipe the drop back. No pressure, it's picked. Going back in the other direction. What a play there, the read made and the play made by TD Jack. And Carolina has possession back.
Her 4th interception of the year right there. It's coming at an important time. They just didn't see it. It looks like it was an overthrow. It was a simple curl route. You need to throw that ball inside. Why you throw it inside? There's no defenders on the inside. But when you try to throw it towards the hands on the outside, that's more defenders, and that's what we saw. A big interception in a game like this. Now Carolina's in control.
That's a huge play and an unforced error from Jordan Sipe. Sees Carolina back with football now. Chase Earl in motion. They ran the ball really well in that last drive, but South is yet to throw an incompletion. He'll drop back here. He's got a receiver open in the flats. He goes away from it. It's incomplete. And he did enough there, the tight end Vince DeSantis, to force that one away from Eric Itera.
And Jacob, let's go back to that interception right there. It was on that curl route. That quarterback can see the defense. The receiver can't. So you realize you got to lead them to the way that's away for the defense right there. You cannot have an errant throw in the middle of the field, and Carolina is capitalizing and taking care of the opportunity.
Single back off to the right here. South is going to take that option this time. Checks it down. A wide open space for Riley Quintero. Nobody picked him up, and he gallops up about a 20-yard pickup.
Look, the veteran quarterback recognized that they're in man coverage right there. And what happened? That linebacker got caught right in the middle, so the halfback was available on the outside for a swing pass for a big gain.
Fresh set of downs here for Carolina. 2 yards shy of halfway. Now they've made quick work of that. Trying to capitalize off the turnover. Nice spread offense here. Mexico City's playing those corners right back here. Hand off up the middle. And you get forward progress, not much of it there on offer for Horish Prasad, as Jeffrey Daggs again on run coverage duties gets the stop.
So we're seeing a game that we can see is happening. A turnover here. Now Carolina, they're mixing the run and pass really well. They're keeping the ball out of Matt South's hands, which is really nice.
South out of the empty, finds an open man, but it's jarred free at the last possible second by Max Jackson. And now Carolina have to go from 3rd and long to keep this drive on the road.
And before this 3rd and 8 is coming up, they've been doing a good job keeping it into 3rd and 5 and short, not having Matt South throw the football, going towards your strength, which is running the football.
In the greens for Horish Prasad. I thought Curtis had that one as well, but a great jar there at the last possible moment. So now with the 4 wide, South's going to have to throw again here. Rolls out. He's got room. South rolls out again, and he's got the first down. Didn't take the slide, but he had it tucked into his wing, and Matt South's done that twice now.
2 runs, both of them first downs, off of a situation like this. Nobody's open. You can see it on the replay right there. Everybody has their back towards the defender. That's a no-no. You got to make sure you count everybody there. Matt South recognizes that there was nobody on the spy, picks up a big first down.
Single back off to the left here. South now has this Mexico City Aztecs defense moving backward again. Waited, got the throwaway, and Curtis has it in goal to go territory.
Woo, what a way to come back and get that ball, Curtis, right there. First of all, that offensive line gave you all the time in the world. He was able to move in the pocket just a little bit and threw a strike. I love how Curtis came back to get that ball right there, setting up a 1st and goal right at the 10-yard line.
Makes up for the drop on just 2 plays ago, and now South has 3 wide. He's going to keep this in the air. No, he's going to go to the ground here. Quintero off to the left-hand side. He's met straight away there by John Osiris, and this feels like just a response from Matt South to the public criticism. Midweek, there were conversations in the streets of talking as to who the top and bottom 5 quarterbacks are in the league, and South was included in the bottom 5 conversation, but he does not look any part of that conversation right now. He's playing absolutely brilliantly on this drive. Can he keep it going? No, it's brought down. The blocking broke down, and Evan Miller gets a sack.
And good job by the defense in 6'3", 280. Second season with this team right there. Kept the containment. So when he got past the offensive lineman, recognizing that Matt South likes to run the ball, stayed on the outside and forced that sack.
That's one of the flaws in his game. He's taken 25 sacks this season. Now with a drop back, he's got to try and zip it to the end zone. Oh, and he almost caught in heavy traffic. Itera got it free, but there was almost a catch there made by, it looked like Earl at the goal line, and instead it's incomplete, and Malone Brown will have to knock this one through the upright to take Carolina into the lead.
Yeah, Itera had to use all 6'3" frame right there to get hands on it to knock it down right there. Good job preventing a touchdown.
So very nearly a touchdown play on the 3rd and very long from Carolina, but irrespective, they turn the turnover into points, and they have the lead.
Points are points, though. Like, you want to make sure you get points off a turnover because you want to show the defense that you got their back right there. But if I'm Carolina, I'm really happy with the way we're playing right now.
And this projects to be a real grit and grind game. We've only had 17 points in the opening half thus far, so points are invaluable at the moment. This one returned from just inside the end zone by Morrison. Got the spin. Look out again. He's got it up to the 30. He must be one of the most dangerous returners in the league. Getting it done there and gets Mexico City back into good field position.
All right, so we got Mexico City here. A little bit under 4 minutes left. You have all your timeouts, and you get the ball back at halftime, if I'm not mistaken here. You can set yourself up for a 2-touchdown swing easily, but just think about what you did on that first drive right there. You were able to run the ball really effectively and get some passes in. Do not go away from your game plan.
Yeah, it's important. Carolina started the game with possession, so we'll go to Mexico City twice here. Sight with the drop back, throws is caught. He's got Richardson wide open downfield for a 15-yard pickup.
And that's just a nice seam route right in the middle. You know, they're running that shell cover 2, and what you do is you throw it towards the middle. Okay, if that linebacker doesn't get back far enough, the middle will be open in that cover 2.
Check that, it was Noe Tarantis with his second catch of the game on that play, and they're going to keep this triple look on offense. Single back off to the left here. Toss play. He's got no space at all. Ray Bentley, the pocket just completely collapsed in on him, and he's nailed by Mike Ryan after a 2-yard pickup.
You have to pick up that block on the outside. That's a great play call right there. They're not looking for a quick pitch, but you gotta, the receivers have to put some hands on people.
Drop back from Cypers early, and it was almost picked off again. Stinson got 2 hands on it, but it falls away incomplete, and now Mexico City have to convert from 3rd and long. This is where the last turnover happened in this kind of situation. Sipe nearly threw another one there. Got to be super careful against this secondary because it is absolutely red hot at the moment. Bunch formation off to the left. Single back with a single receiver off to the right. Drop back. Roll out from Sipe. Has an open man at the top. It's incomplete. Great coverage on Taratsis there to force that one free.
Great coverage right there. Looks like that was Tristan Hately. 3 interceptions for the season right there. Just followed the receiver the whole entire time. You don't have to get an interception, but just knocking the ball down right there sets up a 4th down. Good job by Carolina's defense.
12-season veteran he and Davidson Joseph have been with this outfit for a long time, and this punt's going to be a bit too big to stay in the field of play. Not returned. Carolina has a shot here to be the last team with the football to end this half.
Yeah, so now it's Carolina's turn. You got all 3 timeouts. You have your 2-minute warning. You know that you don't have to try to get this ball back to them. You can just run, choose some clock, and set yourself up.
South in the empty. He's operated well out of this so far today. Tight end DeSantis move across in motion. 4-2 defense out of Mexico City. Drop back from South. Pressure from Miller got around the edge, and he had to rush that throw out of hands, and it's fallen incomplete.
And Jacob, remember that Matt South will give defenses opportunity to intercept the ball right there. Mexico City can be patient and see if they can capitalize. What you want to do, you don't want to have him throw it that much. You still want to run the ball.
It's been their identity this season, but South's going to drop back again here. Throws to the flats, and Daggs again pursuit. What a first half it's been from Jeffrey Daggs. He's nailed these backs with short yardage a number of times already, and that's going to set Carolina up with a very quick 3rd down and long.
Those are really hard tackles. Open field tackles are extremely difficult. You have to break down, and you have to shoot at the hips to get them on the ground.
Another empty back set here. Mexico City would love to get the ball back here with 2 minutes left in the quarter and get another shot at it. Drop back from South. No pressure. Throws downfield. In and out of hands. Jackson had 2 on it, and he couldn't reel it in. It's a stop nonetheless, but boy, that would have been a huge turnover.
That would have been a huge turnover because there was a lot of green in front of him. If he would have intercepted that ball, would have got at least a 20-30 yard gain off of it.
So Mexico City will get the ball back before the 2-minute warning here, and they've got plenty of time to get a score on the board here before halftime. This will be returned from just shy halfway. Flag down on the play. He'll roll over halfway, and we'll see who this was against. There's a clip along the way. And that's going to push the Aztecs back by about 15 yards.
Yeah, that's just, look, the key, the tips for blocking, if you see the numbers, stop blocking, because they're going to call that every single time.
2-minute warning here in the opening half of this quarterfinal affair. Mexico City have the deficit at the moment, but we've got possession back here, and they'll have the ball to start the second half as well. Free wide, handoff at the middle. Bentley beat one. Ryan again had to hold on. It's been a contest between Mike Ryan and also Jeffrey Daggs as the 2 main run coverage players today, and Bentley gets one back there.
Yeah, just good job breaking that tackle right there. You know he's going to go for extra yardage. That's a good run on first down that we like to see.
The 244s, who would have thought that? So far today have been the highlight players on defense. Joker's formation here. Morrison's been electric so far, both on the ground and in special teams. Mexico City in no real hurry to get this playoff though. Handoff. Can Carolina plug the gap? They can. And Morrison's not going anywhere, and Carolina are going to call a timeout because they want the football back.
Obviously, yeah, especially like after you saw that Mexico took their time there. Now, a stop here, they'll have enough time. And it looks like, was it Mexico that called the timeout?
According to SFL HQ, it was an Aztecs timeout, and we'll see if they can convert here on 3rd down and short. Another running opportunity, but Sipe's going to drop back. That's picked. What a play. Lost the football, capped it. Carolina, 2 different scares on the same play, and it's either way going to go back to the Skyhawks.
And this right here did not see 29 just roaming that middle right there, playing the robber position so it could go anywhere and was able to jump up with a spectacular play. That's a big turnover here, but now what can Carolina do? Because right now, you're probably going to have to pass the football a little bit, which can set up a turnover for them as well. So Matt Stubb has to be careful.
So Skippy Curtis picked it, tried to get up, lost it, and then Mike Ryan picked it up at his ankles to keep possession with Carolina. That throw to the outside is caught, trying to get up onto his feet was Bachi Galupi. It's a 3-yard pickup nonetheless. He goes out of bounds and stops the clock with a minute left.
Yeah, so any passes like that, you do want to get out of bounds right there. I do like that just to get some yardage here. 63 seconds left for Carolina here. You can take some shots over the middle because you have timeouts. It's okay.
4 wide here for South. Does he get aggressive here? Carolina could get a breakaway score. Plenty of time to do it. Bachi again in motion. And that play clock right down. South throws its tip. That was dangerous. Had a hand on it again was Max Jackson, who's nearly had another one. And it'll be 3rd down and long here again. Still plenty of time on that clock.
A lot of time. That play only took 3 seconds. Right here, 3rd and 7, Mexico City. Maybe send a little pressure here. You want to stop them because, once again, you still have time and timeouts to move down the field.
Roll out from South. He has time to throw. It's incomplete. Great jar there. Curtis couldn't hang on to it. It's the 2nd time he's been faced with really good contact, and Mexico City are going to get another shot at it here.
And Mexico City, we know they play pass defense extremely well right there. So they wasn't going to go lightly. So that right there, the drive only took literally like 10 seconds to happen here. But they get the ball back. Just got to be careful with the passes over the middle.
So it negates the turnover, but it just means that Mexico City got much less field position to work with and also much less clock. But the turnover from Jordan Sipe doesn't look as bad now as it did at the time. And again, what I highlighted was Ibari and Murray Eaglin who got the interception, and then he fumbled it, and then it was picked up by Mike Ryan. So good luck to Ron Haynes and Michaela Foraker trying to work out how to log that one in the stat sheet. I certainly don't know, so don't ask me. Drop back from Sipe, throw across his body. Wide open man is Bartley. First time today that he's been targeted and found. And with the clock still running, that's a 1st down for Mexico City.
Yeah, I don't know if they have the urgency to keep going, but I do like to play. Plant route over the middle. There was nobody right behind. But you have timeouts. What are you going to do here? They look like they might be settling.
If anything, it just gives Jordan Sipe some confidence back leading into the 2nd half. It's like, okay, we can find the open man and get back to him going through his reads. They're going to go for it here. Throws across. That's a little too big. Again, tried to find Bartley on the outside, but falls incomplete with 15 seconds left. They'll probably go to the ground here and take this one to halftime.
And to be honest, to have thrown 2 interceptions and you're only down by 3, that just shows you the defense and the type of game that we're having here.
They do go to the ground. Can't let Ray Bentley get away from you, but Sipe will throw. Out of pressure. That was nearly picked by Prasad. Boy.
That Prasad almost had a pick 6. Because I don't think anybody was going to tackle him because everybody was so focused there. It looked like that might have been tipped. You got to hit at the same time, but that was close. To be honest, I'm running the football head to halftime.
He was absolutely hit. It was a wonky throw, and Siobhan dropped it. There was 6 points on the end of that if he wanted it. Sipe drops back. He's going to zip this one long. That's over the back of everyone. And Onus Adobe, it was outside of his reach. So this will be punted away and pending something miraculous on the return. That's the scoreline that will be taken into halftime. The first punt of the half as well.
Yeah, 2nd quarter was about defense here. And there's been a lot of punting the ball and just trying to fill each team out right here. This has been a really defensive 2nd quarter.
Kale Barrett Jr. got plenty of mileage on that one. Bachi Galupi trying to get it to the outside. He's met by good contact there. And he'll be grounded at the 30. That's where things end here to end the opening half. It's Carolina that has the lead here on the road at Estadio Matt Wilson. The field goal from Malone Brown off the back of the turnover is what separates these two teams. as we head into a quick halftime break. Anthony Ellison break down that enthralling first half we just saw.
We see a team that's playing like in Carolina that is win or go home, and we're seeing a team like Mexico City that is taking them too lightly here. And what happened was, after that opening drive, Mexico City was like, yo, we got this in the bag. Carolina came back with a score themselves, 2 turnovers, and just controlling the offense here. So Mexico City needs to go into halftime. They need to look at the plays that worked for them, and they need to stop this run coming out of the halftime, because you only got 2 more quarters for your season.
3/4 of an hour it took to get through that opening half. It was an absolute marathon, but it's a close game here as we take a quick halftime break presented by Brakes GPT.
We just pulled a full-size Taylor Swift helmet. Shout out to all our Swifties. Travis Kelce. This is a Giants Lawrence Taylor.
Patrick Mahomes.
Chad Johnson with the Ocho Cinco.
We have a Drew Brees.
Is that an O.J. Simpson jersey?
It's an Aaron Rodgers.
Oh my goodness.
Tom Brady! Tom Brady!
Break into the world of sports memorabilia collecting with Brakes GPT, featuring signed football jerseys, helmets, photos, and more. Brakes GPT offers you the shot at winning autographed and authenticated sports memorabilia at a fraction of the price. Join the community collectors on our Brakes GPT Facebook page and lock in your shot at hitting a humongous headline on the site, brakesgpt.com. Possession resumes here with the Aztecs. They got the opening score and were silenced since then. 2 turnovers from Jordan Sipe, and a Carolina defense has stepped up massively here on the road and has now forced this Mexico City offense into action in the second half. I'll start at the 20. Off the touchback, hand off to Bentley, crosses around, and it will be a 3-yard pickup by the time he's brought to ground there by the linebacking crew. And this Carolina defense has been the highlight of the matchup so far.
Yeah, they've been playing really disguising zone coverage here, and they've been doing a better job at containing Bentley in the running game as well.
And off Morrison dumped. That one loses a yard there. Getting home in the end was May Carter, and they have started this half off on the wrong foot. Sipe's going to try and convert here from 3rd and 8. He's got 4 wide. Carolina have kept up the intensity that they had in the first half. Sipe with a draw back, roll around. Lyman almost got there. Wide open Adobe. They collapsed at the back, and Sipe was able to find him, throwing it across his body, and completes a magical pass.
If everybody knows me and they've heard me call games this year, that is the throw I do not like. To roll to one side and chuck it across the middle, chuck it across the other side. 1, it takes a lot of arm strength, but 2, so many things can happen there. Fortunately, that was on Mexico City's side. First down.
Always gives the defense a half second longer to read it, and then has to travel across the field. Can they get the ground game going? Bentley to the outside. Can he get around Curtis? He can't. Only a 2-yard pickup.
And both teams, after those first 2-3 drives, Jacob, have been playing really good run defense there. So even when they break the tackle, there's another defender coming there to make the tackle right there. So they're both playing stout run defense.
Sipe, the drop back short throw is caught. That's going to be a pickup of 6 there for Noe Taraxis, who's got another, and that makes 3rd down a little bit more manageable.
And maybe we do need to see some more like just 2-yard drags and let the wide receiver run down the field. That's like a run as well. Something that we might need to see on the offense.
Sipe, man, it's incomplete. They got coverage around Devontae Richardson, and that one is incomplete, and Carolina gets an early stop here, and they'll get the football back here and can continue to grind away at this matchup.
Yeah, what a stop on 3rd down right here. Just able just to knock it away. Now they get the ball back. So now talking about Carolina on offense, I don't need to pass the ball. I know my running game can get me what I need to, like, to kill the clock.
Yeah, exactly. And Mexico City now, they need to force Matt South to beat them, not necessarily the other way around, where it's like we're trying to make Matt South beat the Aztecs. You've got the lead now, and you've got one of the most impressive run games in the SFL to back him up. But they very much veered away from it today. Single back off to South's left. They will run. It's a handoff to Quintero, dumped by Fowler.
And Fowler, 5th tackle of the game, was all over that. I love it, playing in the middle right there. He was able to read it, saw that it was a counter to the other side, and made a good tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Good formation here from Carolina. They go straight back to the pass here. South drops back. There was pressure around him. Caught at the ankles there for a 4-yard pickup was Vince DeSantis. And it's going to be an early 3rd down and medium here for Carolina. I remember in the offseason when Mexico City lost Dexter Jackson late in free agency, they brought John Fowler in as a bit of an emergency replacement. He has been outstanding this season at the middle of that defense. They got to get a conversion here. Carolina throws to the outside. It's caught. Can he get the leg drive? Not quite. Great tackle at the last possible moment there. Bringing him down was Liam Ryan, and Carolina will have to punt this one back.
Yeah, and like you said, it's really hard to replace a talent like Dexter Fowler, but they've been doing a good job. Fantastic. Fowler's been all over the place today and just for the season.
So the punt from Malone Brown will travel up over the 30. But we've got plenty of room to work with here. Morrison again breaks the first tackle. That seems like it's automatic at the moment. Well, they brought extra punt coverage there. Mexico City starts this one 35 yards out of their own goal line.
All right, so now is Mexico City's back up there. Since the first drive, they have gone scoreless. All they've been doing is punting the football or the 2 turnovers that they have. So they got to come around here. They need to try to get some early down passes in to set themselves up for the run, but don't make themselves one-dimensional.
Side wants to get aggressive here. They've run the ball more than Carolina have today, which is a bit of a surprise. And they've got 5 wide out here on the first play of the drive. Sipe, a short drop back. Pressure trying to get there. He throws across his body again. Somehow that's caught. Adobe has had some poor service today, but he's made something out of it, and he's got another tough catch here for a 7-yard pickup.
Mexico City fans, I know you're sweating every single time you see that pass right there, but you see Sipe has some zip on the ball, is getting in there. See, that's a good pass on the early downs. Now you can run the football.
And up at the middle, got the first down. Is Ray Bentley there on that carry, so they've got some foundation here set up on this drive. After a tough throw was caught, they get to go to the ground. Bentley picks up 5, and they can bring Morrison out here on this fresh set of downs. Angled off to the left with 3 wide. Plenty of space for those receivers to work in. Carolina fans, the lineman out, they nearly got there, and it's thrown into heavy coverage. It's deflected away. Abari Amari Eagle and nearly had a second.
And Jordan Sipe needs to understand that he has time. With the way Over Yonder and OC Loto has been blocking, they've been containing Carolina's pass rush. Sipe has not been sacked today, and that's thanks to the offensive line.
Sipe drops back, got a good block up front that time. Caught! Bill Henry inside the 20, and the savior is Tristan Hatley just outside of the red zone.
It's kind of funny. The drive that Mexico City scored was a pass play that deep like that, where Carolina went for the interception and missed it, and then the receiver focused enough to catch that ball right there and led to a drive for a touchdown. Once again, knock the ball down. That's all you have to do.
Mike Ryan saw it, and his eyes lit up like saucers and could not quite get his hands to it. And now they're in the red zone. Sipe throws to the backfield. Bentley lowers the shoulder, picks up 7.
So now you see the momentum. They're feeling good. They're making the good reads here. This is exactly what we saw from their first drive right here.
And go to the ground here. Banks on 2nd and short. That's what they did last time. quick hitter on the air, and now they go to the ground. Bentley got forward progress there, but it's shut down by Shravan Prasad after only a 1-yard pickup. Now, you suspect they'll go for it again here on 3rd down and short.
A good job by that outside linebacker Prasad right there, able to contain and make the tackle. That's been really key.
Hoping to get a push from their offensive line here. Carolina stack the box. 2 yards required from Morrison. Sipe drops back. He throws to the end zone. It's plucked by Noe Taratsis.
And we, first of all, fantastic coverage, but a better throw. Sipe put some zip behind it, had some mustard, whatever you want to say. Put some stank behind it and was able to throw a dot right over the middle right there. And good job going up at the high point to catch that. That is the drive that Mexico City's been waiting for since the first quarter. And you know what, Jacob? We got a ball game.
A brilliant drive capped off by an even better catch there from Noe Tarantis at the back of the end zone. And Carolina's heart has been split in half by that drive. They nearly had an interception 2 plays ago. And just like that, Chaz Blackwater's extra point has put Mexico City 4 points in front. And Carolina are now forced into a response.
Yeah, and Carolina, you should be fine right there. You had the opportunity for the interception, which caused the touchdown that happened here. So now, how do you come back and respond?
Barchi Galupi spun into the pressure. He only gets it up past the 20 to 23. And that's where Carolina can take over possession again, but they seemingly had a pretty stable offense. Matt South didn't turn the ball over, but right as we said they were going to settle things down and go to the ground, that score has changed the complexion of this game. Now it opens their playbook up a little bit more. The South go to the air again. That's the way that they've been pretty much all game. They've got no option to run it here. Empty back set. One of these receivers is going to be motioned across. It's Chris Curtis. So they're going to have 4 stacked to the bottom. South. Receiver was delayed, got knocked over, and that throw is overhit. They're looking for Chase Earl. He's had 1 catch in the game so far. That one was a little bit too hot.
So, Jacob, the 2 times, so this is what both teams, they're not big play teams. They need to run and mix and pass. When they scored, it's been 10 plus more plays per drive. So when they have 10 plays or more, they're successful getting points.
Another throw from South. It's dropped. Had 2 hands on it there with the tight end running the cross route, and it's incomplete. Montero did enough there to force that one free. And now the 3rd down and long.
So this is what Mexico wanted. They want Matt South to throw the football. 2 rushes have been from Matt South, have been first down. Contain him, put a spy on him to make sure he doesn't break for a 3rd first down.
He has done it twice before today. South is going to get pressured. Shook the sack. Throws one-handed. Chase Earl. That could be a top play of the game. And it is your retroactive nice hands catch of the game. Brought to you by Retroid. Put a Retroid handheld in your hands and play the only video game with your player in it. SFL 4K23.
Jacob, it's like they knew that we needed a Retroid great hands catch of the game. And that we saw right there. The fact is that you shrug off the defensive lineman, stayed focused down the pocket and threw a strike, and then the one-handed catch. Oh, that was beautiful.
And for the middle, plenty of room for Quintero. He almost picked up a straight first down. They're going to say it was 9 on the carry, and that gives them an open playbook here on 2nd down and short. What a remarkable catch that was from Chase Earl, but brilliant from Matt South, who's having a legacy game tonight with some of the plays he has made under immense pressure. He's done it again. That time shook the sack off, got the completion. And now Carolina's up inside Mexico City territory once again. Toss play to the outside. Prasad beat the first tackle, but again he's nailed by Dags. But nonetheless, it's a first down.
All right, so now this is Carolina's time to respond. You saw the fantastic 3rd down completion right here. You know, running the football here. You got time.
Runs to the outside here, picks up 4. is Quintero back on the ground. So they've settled things here, Carolina. They realize that that third down conversion was a bit of a good luck charm, and they can take things a little bit easier here now that they're inside Mexico City territory, and the run game is starting to work here. Throw to the outside. That's a little pitch and catch to the tight end in Vince DeSantis. Gets them a first down, and this is much more like it from Carolina. They looked really settled.
And that was the first time we call Santos' name today. Nice little 5-yard out route. Good job right there. Planting the foot in the ground and driving to the outside right here. And this is the drive. Like I said, this is a good response drive. You just got to complete it.
Simple back off to the right. 3 wide here for Carolina. The handoff goes in a misdirection. He's nailed by John Fowler for a 1-yard loss.
Oh. What? Like I said, we've been calling his name all day right there. Just a thumper of a linebacker at 6'5", 255 right there. Just been playing all over the field today.
90 seconds left in the third here. Carolina driving to try and reclaim the lead. South throws outside. Earl's got another grab. He's got a first down. Couple of huge plays from Chase Earl.
Yeah, and I like it. Nice little comeback, recognizing where the first down marker is. I love how he showed his bodies that only he was able to get it and to block off the defender. Great throw, great catch for a first down.
It's also recognition of where the corner is. We saw one of those plays go backwards for Mexico City, and it ended up being a turnover. That time Earl got it right. Inside handoff there for only a yard pick up there. And it's shut down again by Fowler. And you see Matt South, he's been 6 for 10 on his last 10 attempts. That's about as good as it gets. And again, a response to some of the criticisms he's faced this week after a pretty ordinary season. Has still been steered to the playoffs, but he has well and truly put the team on his back tonight. Got to continue it here.
Best way to shut the critics up, get a win.
Lost it! Dropped the football, but it's been reclaimed by Carolina. That has been the issue that's marred Riley Quintero's season, is his inability to hang on to the football. That was nearly picked up by Evan Miller.
That's the 6th fumble of the season, 10th by a team. You have to cover the football sometimes when you go in between the tackles right there, because those defensive players are trying to punch it out.
And now Carolina have to convert from third down and long. Drop back from South, got good blocking up front. He's thrown it to the end zone, took his shot, but it's incomplete. Great coverage from the Mexico City secondary. Itera was in the area, tried to hit the hot hand in Chase Earl. Everything was right about that play except the catch.
Yeah, that was almost intercepted right there. Good job to knock it down here. Mexico City weathered the storm in that drive right there, and they're attempting a field goal compared to getting a touchdown. So good job by Mexico City. Right here, this should be a chip-shot field goal to be down by 1.
That field goal from Malone Brown, his second of the day, is through and good. Another really long drive from Carolina, sparing up over 4 minutes. And crucially, and as highlighted by the stats truck, that's the second fumble that Carolina have had that they've recovered. That turnover earlier in the half, the same result. Here as Mexico City gets ball back with a 14-13 lead.
The Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
Huge drive upcoming. Return from just shy of the end zone by Morrison. Up past, got good contact there, and he'll get it up past the 30-32, so he's been excellent on returns tonight. And this is a huge drive for Mojo McLean's defense. They need a stop here, Carolina.
Yeah, they need to stop. They recognize that Mexico City, they're feeling good here. We're in the 4th quarter now. So the fact is, Mexico City, if you can do a 5-6 minute drive and you score, it puts even more pressure on Carolina.
Crucially, a quick stop would put Mexico City's defense back on the field that just absorbed the 13-yard drive. So they're tired. Any real long drive here from Mexico City gets some gas back into the tank of the Mexico City defense. and makes the job just that little bit more difficult for Carolina. Sipe throws it to the flats. It's caught by Bentley, caught for a 2-yard gain. In fact, it was Buford Van Dam. The other 8 of the 2 tailbacks shut down by Davidson Joseph.
And you know what, Chad, everybody watching this, I hope you're enjoying this. This is what playoff football is about. You do the studying. You want to pick up on every tendencies here, and that's what both teams are doing, coming down to the wire.
This is making me nervous for tomorrow. We've got 2 more games upcoming in the quarterfinals tomorrow that should be just as good as these 2 were today. Deep throw is caught over halfway. That is a huge hit there. Bill Henry has been extraordinary tonight.
And let's just talk about the zip on the ball by Sipe. I love it. 3-step drop, get the ball out of your hands. You know you're throwing to the tight end. The fact is, the tight end wasn't even looking for the ball by the time it was getting there. That's just a good zip on it and a good throw.
Bill Henry showed some toe to get there as quickly as he did as well, because that was out of Sipe's hands very fast. And Henry got downfield and made the play. Handoff at the middle on the delay. Ray Bentley's got some room to run into. Lowered the shoulder straight into Davidson Joseph. Bit of Oklahoma drill there about that one. And Bentley comes up with a 7-yard gain.
And you know we said on the Carolina side they have a problem with fumbling the ball. But Mexico City, they haven't fumbled all year. And that just shows you about ball security. And that's what we're going to see here.
They can go back to the ground here. Hand off the middle. Open way for run of Jacob Morrison. That gets them a first down. And Mexico City are really grinding away at this Carolina defense once again.
The fact is the fullback didn't touch anybody until literally 8 yards after they was like past the line of scrimmage. That was just opening up the lane. And that's what the offensive line there on that left side.
Single back now. 2 wide up the top. Sipe drops back, got a man downfield. They're in the red zone now. Mexico City starting to heat up. Jason Bartley's got another one.
Yeah, and you saw it, just a 3-step drop. And so much zip behind it. You put so much stank behind that throw because it's a skinny post, but you're throwing it so quickly. The defense don't have time to respond right there, and they're feeling really good right now. Setting themselves up 1st and 10, just a little bit outside of the red zone here. I would definitely start seeing more Bentley in the next few plays.
Sipe looks comfortable. Had the 2 turnovers in the first half, but he's cleaned it up here in the second. And there's another first down completion. There, run. It's shut down straight away. Carolina needed that response as the veteran Trevon Prasad comes up with that hit.
So now what we're going to see, we're probably going to go back and throw the football. Sipe is doing a real good job throwing it with a lot of velocity behind it here. Likes the over the middles one. So just be careful of that zone. He has thrown 2 picks already because he's not recognizing the zone coverage.
Single back here, 3 wide for Sipe. He will drop back. Got pressure, great tip. The lineman threw his hands up. Mojo McLean with the deflection.
I love what McLean did right there. If you can't get to the quarterback, put your hands up. That makes it difficult for the quarterback to throw. If you interfere with the passing lanes, you knock it down.
And that's from Mojo there to force this 3rd down attempt here. Sipe drops back again. Carolina brings some pressure. He's rolling out to the side. It's caught with coverage all over him. Honus Adobe. There's going to be a flag against the Carolina defense. Completely negated. Touchdown Aztecs.
Yep, and that was just trying to hold on for dear life because he beat you with the double move to the outside through a beautiful ball. The only person that could catch it was the receiver right there. You saw the zip. You saw how that drive was. Man, that's tough to defend.
What a drive from Jordan Sipe. 8 of 10 for over 100 yards in his last 10 attempts. That is extraordinary. And just as we thought Matt South was going to be establishing a player of the game performance, and it being half, it's gone the entire other way in this second because Sipe has really taken over the contest here. Irrespective, Carolina is still within a single score here, and they'll have possession, which won't be returned, or will be returned from inside the end zone here on the kickoff. Bachi Galupi runs straight at the Max Jackson, and he'll get it to the 25, and no further Prasad on that return. And you see there the rushing yards has been non-existent really for both offenses. It's been the passing unit of Mexico City has really taken this half by storm. And Carolina now forced into our response. But the positive is South has been good today. If they need to pass now, your quarterback play has been good, your receivers have been playing well. But they need to start getting a bit of a wriggle on here on this drive. Their opportunities are starting to run thin. South drops back, got the protection. No, he didn't. It collapsed on the inside, and he loses 6. It's the second time today that he has been brought to the dirt. Dan Tritz gets that sack.
Oh, we're starting to see the defense powering up here. I love it. Just a spin move on the inside. Got the offensive line dizzy. The interior offensive line was able to get to the quarterback. You saw Carolina has been having problems protecting the quarterback all season. Been doing a good job today, but not on that one.
The 5-time All-Star gets one on the board. South off the 5. What a throw! Chase Earl up over halfway to the 45. That's your breakaway play of the game, brought to you by Breaks GPT.
Wow, wow, wow. I thought for sure that was going to be a sack, but the fact is, was able to throw it, and it wasn't even a good, like the body was wide open, threw it like just long arm right there. Good job by the receiver catching it. I thought that was going to be a breakaway for the touchdown. What a way to get the throw off. Oh my goodness.
My word, that was a play from South. Hits it again, it's over the top. Jackson, a cannon off his helmet. He had no idea about it. And irrespective, it's an incompletion, but it's the third time that Max Jackson probably feels like he should have had a pick.
Oh, absolutely right there, especially if it hits you in the head. But like, that's just, they caught a break right there. If you're Carolina, maybe you want to just run the football in this one.
Let's settle things down a little bit. That was a huge play 2 plays ago. And Carolina now inside Mexico City territory. Another throw, caught in coverage. Chase Earl has been unbelievable today, and he's got another first down grab.
Just catching it in traffic, you know, the one-handed catches, just doing everything that he can to keep their team alive and their season alive right here. We're seeing a Matt South that's trying to prove the doubters wrong, and he's doing a good job so far.
3 wide here for Carolina. Delayed handoff at the middle. Riley Quintero is going to push John Fowler backwards. That's a play that they needed. That settles things down just a touch here. 7-yard pickup opens the playbook here on 2nd down and short.
Right here, Carolina's setting up 2nd and 3 right here. You know, you can still run the football, but your eyes is on getting a touchdown.
Back to a goal line eye, handoff on the far side. Prasad, great tackle. Fowler, that's a great response. He got pushed backward on the last play, but gets one back there. It'll be 3rd down and short. I suspect they'll go back to the ground game here. Quintero will be back in the fold behind Prasad. Another goal line eye. Fairly light box here from Mexico City as well. Handoff on the far side. It's going to be a first down and then some. Riley Quintero nearly broke that one free, but it's a first down.
You had all 11 people like ready to run the football, and then there was only 7 in the box. That was really a simple call right there for a run. Good first down here. Now it looks like South is ready to throw the ball again.
They've been throwing it on first down for most of the game here. Chase Earl, the hot hand, moved across in motion. There's 3 receivers up top there, and Mexico City have no coverage there, and they run the ball. They should have audibled there. That was a prime opportunity to throw the ball, and they don't, and instead Dan Tritz shuts down the run for no gain.
At this point right now, you know your passing game is working. Chase Earl with 95 yards, almost 100 yards. Chris Curtis had 2 catches in early, right there, and Christian with 2 catches.
South goes back to it. That's through hands. Oh, John Fowler nearly had one. And now 3rd down and 10. Carolina, just the pressure has been dialed up on them all of a sudden.
Jacob, let's talk about the breaks they've been catching. Two fumbles lost, they got it back, and 3 drop interceptions from Matt South. Count your blessings right here, but you got to be careful.
And you go 5 wide here. As Matt South got another trick in the bag here on this drive. Drops back. Got a good block around the edge. Throws end zone. It's incomplete. Almost had it. Chase Earl would have stamped himself with a statue in front of the stadium when he got home if he had to call that one, but it's incomplete.
And folks, at home, that is a tough throw and a tough catch. But you have to go up and get it. That's exactly what he did. But he's going to take a hit, and that hurts. That hurts the midsection right there. Good job by those Hall of Fame safeties to stop them, holding them to possibly a field goal.
They fake it. South throws. He's got the first down and then some. Pratori Hanzo going out of bounds inside goal to go territory. What a play call from Harish Prasad.
Oh, the gall. It's just, oh my God, I haven't seen that all season right there. And what a perfect time. Because I was talking about settling for a field goal. And what do we see there? A fake to get the ball, to keep the ball right here. Now, Carolina, you got to go for it.
Oh, man. This game has been stupidly good tonight. Carolina now, goal to go territory off the back of a fake field goal that they got. Throw short. It's caught by Bachi Galupi. He picks up 4. They're 5 away from the score. They go no huddle. South again drops back. Throws end zone. It's tipped. Dags got it. It's tipped backwards to Gerard Brody. Mexico City have the ball back.
Oh, and then Fowler is hurt on the play right there. That's been your key tackler with 10 tackles so far. Let's hold everything okay. Talk about the play right there. You didn't have to rush it. You went no huddle and then you threw it over the middle, tipped twice. You've been catching breaks. They haven't been intercepting the ball, and they get the first interception of the game, and it's a timely one.
They had the huge play on the fake field goal, and then South shoots himself in the foot with the turnover. Gerard Brody gets the interception off the Jeffrey Daggs tip, and Mexico City have got possession back. Ran off to the outside on the toss. Bentley's trying to find some space. Broke the tackle. He might have stepped out of bounds there before the first down. It's a tentative 12-yard pickup here. Carolina may challenge.
And the one thing that Jacob, that they're doing, stay in bounds. What does that do? That runs the clock. I might have challenged that there, but it might have been just enough of him being in bounds to get that first down. The clock is running here. No rush at all if I'm Mexico City. None.
Yeah, you got to feel like they could have challenged that. It looked like he for sure stepped out of bounds there, Ray Bentley. And irrespective, they've got a fresh set of downs here. And every opportunity to grind this one out and win it. Run this play called right down. Toss play to the outside. Jacob Morrison met with heavy contact there. Stinson got there along with company. And it's only a 2-yard pickup. So they're going to run this down to the 2-minute warning. And then they'll start unloading their timeouts here. But you feel if Carolina give up a first down here now, this one's over.
Jacob, they're maybe about 2 first downs away from stealing it here. Carolina has to go all out. They have to stop them on this drive.
So they will have to get this off before the 2-minute warning. So that's a positive for Carolina, but they need to stop here. Bentley's back in the backfield. Need to send some pressure. They do. It gets across. Bentley, the stiff arm. Bentley's still going. First down. That might be the football game.
That might have been the best thing for Carolina because the first down happened right at the 2-minute warning. Consider that a timeout. You still have 3 timeouts here. So you have to stop them on this one or this is going to be ball game.
2-minute warning here. Carolina's season hangs on an absolute knife's edge. Have they got one more trick in the bag here? We've seen some crazy finishes in this postseason so far. Could this be another one of them? Pressure on the right edge of this Carolina line. Backed away. Bentley the carry up the middle. Shut down by Mike Ryan. It's a 5-yard pickup. Carolina calls a quick timeout.
So you know what's going to happen. They're going to come out in that heavy formation, and they're going to do a pitch to the outside. They're going to pull the guard. They're going to pull the fullback right there. Carolina needs to bring pressure. They have to contain them to get a tackle, to stop with the arm tackling, or this is going to be ball game.
Pressure again on that short side. Morrison's in the backfield. Handoff, right-hand side. Morrison ran into Stinson. He lowered the shoulder and he got the first.
And that is the will to want to go to the semifinals right there. He was tackled 2 yards before, put the shoulder down, took the contact, fell forward for a first down.
Sight audible that one and ran on the other side of the line, and they got the first down out of it. Toss play outside. Bentley got blown up behind the line of scrimmage. That'll force the final timeout here from Carolina. Got to do some quick math to see if they'll get one final shot at it here.
And what a awareness by Sipe to make that adjustment, to call it to the weak side right there. I really love the awareness of the offensive line, and this has been a really good game.
It's been a quality game here to headline the first of 2 nights here of quarterfinals. G. Ray Bentley still going, lowers the shoulder, first down. That is your ball game. Game, set, bingo. Mexico City is keeping this dream return season alive here. They have got their 11th win of the campaign, and they will face Minnesota next week right here at Estadio Matt Wilson. What a win from the Aztecs.
And you know what? They were sweating because Carolina gave them every single bit of what they have. And Carolina, do not feel bad about this at all. Keep your head up high. You had a fantastic season. Hey, Matt South, you did remarkable today. You showed them that you can still hang. This is just a Mexico City team that wanted it a little bit more.
It ends the fairy tale campaign from Carolina, who brought it all the way to the postseason despite a detrimental away record. They only won 1 of 6 games on the road this season, but still their home record was outstanding. It got them to the postseason. They got the postseason win over Albuquerque last week in a tight one. They had their chance tonight as well. They got the 4th down conversion that got them into goal to go territory, but they threw the pick, and that's where things end for Carolina. A lot to think about in the postseason, but an incredible run from the Skyhawks here, stopped by a team that had 10 wins in the regular season, no less, as Larry Love takes the final kneel here. And Carolina, as Harish Prasad highlights in the chat, they will absolutely be back in season 24 in the postseason, but it's Mexico City who cap off a brilliant win here at home. They will host Minnesota in a week's time in the semi-final, and their dream run comes alive here under the guidance of Mike Daggs. Anthony Ellison, breakdown what we just saw tonight. What a game.
We saw the composure of Mexico City. Jordan Sipe in the first half had 2 interceptions and 1 touchdown with a low QBR. He came back out, but had zip on the ball, was able to have 2 touchdowns, no interception here. Ray Bentley, the Hall of Famer, what more can we say there? With 94 yards rushing, 4.5 yards a carry. That offensive line did what they need to. The defense came away with a sack and an interception in the second half. All that was the key to victory for Mexico City.
We'll be back in about 24 hours time after we'll have 2 more quarterfinal games picked off, but it should be an interesting contest. Mike Daggs predicted today on the pregame show that Minnesota would lose to Baltimore. They didn't, and now Mexico City must take on the legend in a week's time. Don't go anywhere. Tomorrow night on SFL YouTube, we'll have Charleston at Canton, finished off by Arizona at Florida. 2 more crucial games to come to decide who the final 2 teams will be in the semifinals. We'll see you then here on SFL YouTube.